Hey y'all, Arson Darksea here, and welcome to another episode of Will It Post? Alright, now let's refresh the page and see if my comment still exists, even though I've changed it like 5 times now. Oh, and it's gone! Well, hope you win next time. I was going to say better luck next time, but I don't want to say that. Come back next episode and we'll see. Will it post? No, it probably won't. Good night. So, folks, will it post today? No. NaziTube hates the truth, I guess. Well, maybe next time. And here's another testament. Down the toilet. Woo! It never posts, ladies and gentlemen. It never posts. It's funny. I'll type something out that can be super long. It could be like 5 paragraphs or more. And it'll say all kinds of crazy stuff, and that'll post. And then you try to say one little thing, or even 2 words, and it disappears. I just don't even know. Maybe sometimes it's the computer trying to pick up what it can, or the algorithm, or AI, or whatever. And maybe sometimes there's actually a human employee, or so-called human employee, monitoring certain accounts and just deleting manually. I don't know, but it's just crazy. It's insane. I hate this place. I feel like I'm back playing Free Realms. But there aren't any French filters that I can switch to have an easier time with the censorship. There's a game called Free Realms that we played back in the day when I was like 13, 14, 15, something like that. I know I started playing it when I was 13. I just don't remember when the game ended. I could have been 15, 16, I don't know. But anywho, there's a game called Free Realms, and you used to be able to say basically whatever you wanted, and then quickly after I started, joined the game and started playing, over the months, they quickly just started cutting down on everything, and you couldn't say numbers after a while. If you wanted to tell another child your age, you wanted to say you're 13, you'd have to type WON instead of ONE, and then tree, TREE. And then after a while, I think you couldn't even do that because they caught on somehow. So you would have to tell someone, if someone was like, how old are you? You'd say, count how many times I jump. And you'd have to jump 13 times and hope that they counted correctly and that the game didn't glitch while you were jumping and that they think you're like 10, 11, or 12. It was just crazy. And that you could switch to different filters like American filter and French filter and stuff like that. And the French filter was the best and gave you the easiest time for a while. But that went downhill too. It was just crazy. And that's exactly what this feels like. And I just hate this place. I don't know really where I'd rather go, because I don't know if there's anywhere to go. Maybe Turkmenistan or whatever that place is called. But that place just looks super demonic. So I don't even know. I don't think there's a place I can go. Maybe I can hurl myself into the freaking sun. Get out of this place. Jeez. It's so funny how I'm in America, but someone in Australia, I believe they're in Australia, yeah, knew about this story before I did. And it seems like it's a fresh story because I'm seeing a lot of posts within the last few hours. And, it's this store that had a sign saying that if you're born with a dingly dangly, you're not a female fangly. That sounded awful. I'm sorry. Anyway, and a dude in a dress got all offended and had a crise de nerfs, and there's just this old guy who's it's his freedom of speech. Plus, he's stating straight facts. He cusses like a sailor, and he seems kind of angry and has all this demonic stuff he's selling in the store, but he's still spitting straight facts, and it's his freedom of speech, and everyone's just losing their minds over it. And I looked, and apparently there's supposed to be a protest tomorrow, I guess in front of this guy's store. I mean, can you just imagine an old guy telling you how he feels, and then you're getting like all these people together to protest? I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, can you imagine like your Vietnam or veteran grandpa being like, them dang Orientals, and you're like, oh, and you grab your pearls and you grab like 200 of your best friends to go and to protest your grandpa's house, and he's like, what I say, just leave him alone. Oh my goodness, like, you don't have anything better to do? An old man tells you his opinion. I mean, do you really expect a guy that old to even be on your side anyways? I mean, why are you acting surprised and offended? But anyway, can you imagine some old man telling you his opinion and you get that upset? I mean, it's obviously demonic. As you may or may not know, I'll reiterate, I believe I was born transgender and bisexual. I'm a biological female, but really felt like I was supposed to be male. And, if I wasn't born that way, it happened before I started talking, because by the time I started talking as a toddler and stuff, it was pretty clear that that's how I felt and always felt pretty much. And, nearly 25 years of feeling like I truly am transgender and bisexual or pansexual, whatever you want to call it. And, I mean, I know it sounds crazy to people who don't understand, but I really did feel like that's how I was born and that's how I was going to die. And, I was probably gonna like grow old with another woman, like it was really serious. People act like I must have just been in some phase or wasn't, as serious as I think I was. Like, no, dude, I was the real deal. You can believe it or not. I got some interesting pictures, videos, and things that I won't talk about that could very well prove how deep I was in that lifestyle, but we won't get into that. Anywho, I was trans and bi for almost 25 years until like the end of last year, when I was an atheist for over 8 years. And then at the end of last year, I found enough evidence and enough proof that there was an almighty God. And then I tried binding and loosing for the first time. And, long story short, I lost all doubt in there being a God. I still didn't know like the name of the God or if the God had a name or whatever, but I lost all doubt. And then within 20 days of that, it just was gone. I was no longer trans. I was no longer bi or pan, and I didn't pray over it. I really believed that's how I was made and how I was going to die. And then boom, it all changed. So, since that happening and blowing my mind, and then me doing a lot of deep thinking, a lot of research, a lot of, hearing other people's testimonies and their opinions and stuff who were also in the same boat I was in, now I know for a fact that if you're transgender, if you're bisexual, if you're homosexual, lesbian, whatever, it's demon related 100%. And I know that that's gonna really piss people off, or they'll think I'm just crazy, or I must misunderstand something, but no. Unfortunately, that is a fact, and you can either believe me now, or you can just find it out later. You're gonna find out. One way or another, I can promise you that. You will find out the truth, but it's either gonna be the easy way or the hard way, And by easy way, that means, you either believe me or do the research and the thinking and searching yourself and find out that it's true. Or one or two ways it can be a hard way is, one, you can be almost where I was. I almost ended up getting surgery and hormones and getting to the point of no return where, I would have had scars and permanent damage, and there would have been no going back to being, a female, so to speak, on the outside. And I'm so fortunate that God healed me, cast those demons out right before I made all those huge, crazy decisions that I'm so glad I didn't make. But you might end up making those decisions thinking that all these crazy religious people, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just nuts. This is who I am, and I'm always going to be this way. There's no changing me. I already tried praying it away, even though, you eventually gave into it, but you didn't really show how faithful you are, how serious you were. But anyways, so you're like, I'm just going to go do it. And you go and you do your surgery, you do your hormones, you get to the irreversible part where there's just no hope in changing back, not completely anyways. And then you realize, oh, I'm still unhappy. I'm still empty inside. I still don't feel right. I still feel like I need more surgery and more surgery. I still can see the feminine look in me, or the masculine look. I mean, depending on, if you're born male, born female, and you want to be male or you want to be female on the outside. Because, you can never be that on the inside. If you're born male, you can never be female, no matter how much surgery you get or how much you really believe otherwise. And if you're born female, you can never be male, no matter what you do. So that's just how it is, unfortunately. And you're either going to find out that way, the hard way, when it's too late, or possibly something, well, not possibly, definitely something even worse, is when you're dead and you know all the truth, and now you're in hell, and it's an eternity of terror, and it's too late, and nothing you can do, so just saying, look into that. But anywho, it's just sad that the world is an insane asylum being run by the patients, and everyone's just all gung-ho for it. Very few people are saying anything. I'm tired of being quiet. Yeah, people abuse me even though they really believe they're the victims, but they somehow get to call me every name in the book, which doesn't make sense because I'm just giving my opinion like this old man was. But hey, that's the world we're in. You could be old, you could be retarded, you could have no legs, you could have just lost your whole family in a fire 2 seconds ago. It doesn't matter. If you say anything against the gay agenda, the trans agenda, and now, unfortunately, at least on NaziTube, if you say anything against the creeps that are into young ones, you know what I'm talking about, and you're in these worldwide rings, wink wink, and all this stuff, guess what? You get to abuse anyone you want. You get to be offended. If you say anything against these groups, they get to be offended. It doesn't matter what you went through, and it's insane. It's insane. Seeing this old man getting all this abuse, and tomorrow they're going to make it even more personal and come to him in person and protest. It's sad. It's really sad. But hey, the more of us that speak up, the better. Because now they're thinking that this really is the truth. This is really normal. You really are born this way, because it's all they're hearing. They're in an echo chamber at this point because everyone's too afraid to tell the truth, because people are losing their jobs and their rights and being literally abused and stalked and harassed and this, that, and the other. Even, physically abused and killed. So if we can speak up and start telling the truth again like we were 15, 20 years ago, that'd be great, unless, people wouldn't be so confident in there being 1,000 different genders, or however many there are now, 90, 92, or 102, I don't know. So yeah, coming from someone who was transgender and bisexual or pansexual, it's a lie, it's a scam, and it sucks that I'm not allowed to talk about it. I went through hell and back, and I'm not allowed to even say anything about it. Story of my life. Story of my life. Always getting abused or going through some kind of crap, and for some reason, no one lets me talk about it. I don't know why. I don't know why people get to do whatever they want to you and censor you and stuff, and you just can't say anything about it. But hey, I'm going to try saying this now. Video will probably be deleted and we'll get a strike, but whatever. Anyway, sorry I'm stuttering so much and all over the place. Again, I'm exhausted. For the last going on 3 weeks now, I think, I've barely had any sleep. I don't know what's going on. It's like my brain won't turn off, my body won't turn off, my bladder won't turn off, my pain won't turn off. It's just one thing after another. And yeah, so I'm sorry if I'm out of it in all my videos. Love you guys so much. Hope I explained things well. If you misunderstood anything, I'm sorry. I really try to be clear in my videos, and the funny thing is when I clearly say that I'm being hypothetical or it's obvious, there are so many people who don't get it. They just don't get it. And instead of them asking me questions and being like, wait, were you serious about this? Or, oh, what did you mean about that? They just call me names. They call me stupid, a moron, whatever. You know, and a lot of them say that they're Christians, which is sad. And they'll just put me down. and you know, and it's like, so you're calling me stupid because you don't know what the word hypothetical means. Okay, buddy, you know, it's just like, ask me questions or just don't be mean. I don't understand. I really don't. Oh man. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.
You're gonna put that up and you're gonna let everybody else see it.
Well, everybody
When
loves
you're
it.
confronted by a trans woman, you're gonna hide it.
Everybody loves it.
No,
They
I don't
take
think
pictures of it. They post it.
so.
9 out of 10 customers love it.
Yeah. You know what? It's bullshit.
No, what you're spouting is bullshit.
No, it's not.
It
Trans
is.
women are women, sir. That sign is bullshit.
I'll tell you what. Just check it out. It ain't bullshit.
I'm telling you right now, as a trans women are women. Your
Well,
sign
I'm
is
telling you,
bullshit.
as a man, that's bullshit. It is. It's total bullshit.
Okay.
You know what? Nobody confronts your ass. That's the problem.
Really?
If they'd say,
Really?
What the?
You want to bet?
What the fuck is
You know
going
what I
on?
have had
Do you
to
know how
work
many
with?
people you've embarrassed at
Oh,
City
wow.
Hall?
Me, an
They have to-
embarrassment to City
they
Hall?
have to
Really?
tolerate
You're an
that
embarrassment
shit?
to the city, sir. You are an embarrassment to this city.
I am a
And
pillar
I'm
in the
sure that
city.
Everybody knows.
I'm a pillar in this. Now,
Oh,
you
yeah.
do that. Do you know why? Every time some bullshit like this happens, my sales go up because people are wanting this side.
Really.
Really.
We're going to show them this side of you, and
You do
hopefully-
it. You do
hopefully
it.
we can
You
change
do
your
it really
mind,
good,
sir.
'cause guess
hopefully
what?
we can wake you up.
You are fucking nuts.
Let's wake you up.
You
to the
are
truth,
nuts.
sir.
You're not a woman. You don't look like a woman. You don't act like a woman.
Really?
You're fucked
Really?
in the head. What's
Oh,
wrong with
really?
you?
I'm fucked in the head.
I am confronting you
Yes, sir.
that you are an asshole.
And I'm confronting you that just because I walked into your store, you felt the need to take your sign down.
Well,
But it's
I was
degrading
thinking
everybody in my
I
community.
was thinking I was going to be nice,
What?
but no.
Be nice? Be nice? Putting that sign up is not being nice. Putting that sign up is fucked up.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on my TV out front.
Good. Go for it.
But you know why?
Let everybody
Do you know
know
why?
before they walk in.
Why did they cancel Dr. Seuss? No reason at all.
Nobody canceled Dr. Seuss. There are tons of his books still out there.
But the ones,
But Dr.
why?
Seuss himself said those books were racist, and he was ashamed of them, and so they took them off.
Let me
his
tell you
estate
this.
took them off
You
because they were wrong.
You are fucked in the head. You're an
Really?
embarrassment to the community.
I think
You're
you need
an
to look in the mirror, sir.
You are an
I
embarrassment.
think you need to look in the mirror when you say that, because you're actually saying that about yourself.
Well, look at yourself, for Christ's sakes.
Really?
For Christ's sakes, who would want to even be close? My God.
Really?
It's horrible.
I don't know why.
You
Why
are
am
not.
I so
You
horrible
are
to
not
you?
a fucking chick.
Why am I so horrible to
Do you still have a debt?
You know what? That is none of your fucking business.
Do you still have a debt?
That is none of
Because if
your
you
business.
do, guess what? Check
Would
it
you-
out.
Would you go to anybody else and ask them about their privates, about their genitalia?
I would.
No.
I would if they are.
Really?
If they're fucking nuts.
Really? That
How
is
do you?
so fucking
How
rude,
do you
dude.
fucking live with yourself?
How do I live
Do you
with
know,
myself
buddy?
openly now.
Nobody.
Thankfully.
Do you think there's one person that really thinks that you're a chick?
I know a lot of people that agree with me and that accept me for who
Do you
I
know-
am. And the fact that you're going to be
Nobody.
in here with a sign like that
Nobody.
is bullshit.
Nobody confronts you. That's
Yes,
the
they
problem.
do. They do all
they do
the
not.
time.
Well, then what the fuck's wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with
why
you?
are you doing this?
Why? Because
What?
this is who I am, sir.
Oh, fuck
this
that
is who
shit.
I am.
Fuck that
You
shit.
can't deal with it.
I
You
don't
can't
want to deal with it.
You don't want to deal with
you
it.
got that
doesn't
right.
mean that you can put a sign up like that and not get
You-
confronted over it.
you-
And when you are, and you get upset because I'm
You-
upset that you pull this shit.
You make me
That's bullshit.
uncomfortable because
Really?
you're
Then
fucking
get the
nuts.
fuck away from me.
Then you get out of my store.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.